Okay, guess I can begin. Hmm. What does it look like? Yeah, I don't have to deal with it right now. Figure that out later. Oh, wait, that's wrong thing. Hear all this. Oh, duh. Don't know why I didn't do that first. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, and then trials. Okay. Hmm. Let's see, where should I go? What should I do? I guess I can go to Mordana. Actually, I think let's go here. Use. Just all these stuff. Mm-hmm. Digital. The Ifrit and Gerudo are now vanquished by your hands. Truly, you have earned yourself a rest. Without you had the luxury of time to enjoy it. It pains me to say Titan has also returned, and with vengeance. As was the case with his primal brethren, he's grown stronger than he was before. About my investigation, all indications suggest that the kobolds were nowhere near ready to resume their summoning rites. But it turns out they were deceiving us. I should have known better. The kobolds, Crystal Riser, and Vastor, so now grows the most powerful. That means absurd that honor. The problem's might is determined two factors. Nothing more. Press how strong the run out. We already received official requests addressed to you. Please don't have to come here. Sad to say, there was no response. But do not spare lost orders before they found a way. Spare no time. This music is amazing. Fun. Yes! Doo-doo. Yeah. Doo-doo. Mm. Is that on yet? Sauce. Good job. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ethernet. After castle. Oh, even though. Right. So the Scions, your presence is most welcome. I'm charged that we must turn to you again to light Titan low. No doubt this is yesterday's news to you, but the Lord of Crags has returned more ferocious and formidable than he was before. We cannot fathom how the kobolds were able to obtain such a vast stores of crystals in such a short time. We will learn the answer in the coming moons, I suspect, but first things first. We need you to vanquish Titans before he and the kobolds have a chance to wreak havoc on Lomisia. You have failed the problem before, and maybe you can emerge victorious once more. We learned a new aetherite that will take you to the navel, situated deep within Ugarmo mines, not the most convenient of locations, admittedly, so you have to cut yourself a path. Please make haste. Titans more presence emboldens the kobolds, and it is only a matter of time before they move in force against us. May Navigator guide you on your way, Delta. Hi, Phoenix! Been a while since I've seen you. Eh. Alright, let's see. So I go there. Mounts. I'm off to slay Titan once again. To go all the way around. To kill this thing? Well, you're dead. Is there another quarryman somewhere? Let's see. Yep, perfect. Yeah. Now I'm just working on all the stuff that I can before I progress the MSQ again. Okay. Oh no, so much stuff, oh no! Is that everything? I think I got everything. Yep. That was almost bad. Am I able... No, I cannot open this from this side. Hmm. This one. Here. So now that I can leave this place. Just escape. Don't even bother with fighting stuff. And I'm out. Oh yay. See what this music's like. Right. Oh yeah, I forgot this music is good too. Apply poison and wind. There, I mean, you mean you click that one? Where is he? Raising. Pick. You didn't get a single one. Look, you can return. And teleport there. Well, mm, mm, mm. So you're back. Never doubted you for a second. You trounced still through promos and come back to pester me again. Alright then, let's see what umber the glowing the hyperfused door. These ought to get me levels heat I need, which just leaves that Rod, Silent, Quenching Oil for Cliff Off. You got that too, I assume? That Oriana. It's Toll. Dang it, I forget where that is. I think, is that in... Where is that? I think... Is it Mordana? I think? Oh yeah, it is. Is it? Oh, here it is. Yeah. You doing your part, and I'll do mine. What now? And try not to bat your eyelids. Ain't every day you get to see a relic reborn. The gods giving you hands have worked yet another miracle. Feast your eyes on the Artemis bow. Just as it was in the days of yore. Tis a sight to move a man this year's, you lucky bastard. You better bloody well take care of it. Yeah. Yeah. Not doing that while I decide what I want to do next. Well, I guess go back to Morodana. Because that's where there's stuff to unlock. Seeks an adventure for a cause. Are you Totaha? I thought you had the right aspect. 'Twas you who played the thief in the night in the stone vigil, the dragon's guard, their keep jealousy. It said you had slipped unseen into the cloudy fortress. It's not their keep for much longer, however. The forces of Ishgard are masked by a sea of clouds. No, this is for years only, but the blockade is but a prelude to the attack. Lord Dolomet commands a siege, and he would have your counsel. I am but one of many who seek you at his behest. You must be one of the rare quality. The proud knights of Dundar are not accustomed to taking, let alone seeking outside help. Ishgard is the critical air I breathe and yearn to see the stone vigil reclaimed from the Dravanian horde. Will you not go to the White Rim front and aid Lord Delarmont? Christian PCT Delta. In fact, for that reason, I'd like you to introduce you to someone. Mr. At the end of the bar wandered in here there, said he was seeking inspiration for a new ballad, the sort of adventure of distinction could provide. Who better than the one who saved the world to give the minstrel stories you seek? Humor the gentleman, I say. Dawn may banish even darkest nights, yet ever shall primal's desire burn. Two swords shall vie to lay them low, a blade born of light and a blade forged of might. Alas, man may entrust his fate unto but one. Lest you wonder, these words are the words of Archon Louisois. While not written as poetry, I find poetry within them nonetheless. Years ago, when I arrived in this land, I was beset with peril day and night, forced to endure countless trials which tested my mind and my body and my faith. And I am not ashamed to admit that I would have faltered had it not been for the help of a handful of nameless adventurers, honest men and women who proffered their hand of friendship to a weary soul and led him safe from the darkness. When I look upon you, I am reminded of them. I can tell that you, well traveled, and possess both constancy and treasure. You are a woman of adventure profession, yes? I seek a valiant hero whose deeds might serve as inspiration, and I have reason to believe I have found her. After all, was it not you who faced Gaius von Balser and his Alpen? You must tell me everything that happened no met nary single detail. Oh, thank you for the follow, Mary Watson. Truly, a tale of legend, and so eerily it matches the writings of Archon Louis Soir. Hi! Two swords shall violate them low, a blade born of light and a blade forged of might. Alas, man may entrust his fate unto but one. I'm fine. The Black Wolf was a conqueror who aspired to rule through might, and the weapon was key to his ambition. Yet in the end, the people of Azoria entrusted their fates to a brilliant blade, the Warrior of Light. A rather finishing moniker, in my humble opinion. Thank you. At last I have found the inspiration I sought. A battle to decide the fate of the realm. The words, the notes, I feel them coming to you. Your tales, your song. From an era long forgotten, a blade of midnight drawn. From a distant land, uncharted, a warrior who bears the dawn. What? Oh, that's interesting. See you. Let's see. A lot of stuff. Hmm. Let's go see what that is. Map. Thank you. Sure, Noah is being accounted for. It's time the assembly will call to order. Member Ross will be presiding over the meeting. If you were so kind as to inform your readiness to proceed. Welcome back, Teds. I've just been reading about your encounter with the Labyrinth of Ancients. It pleases me greatly to note that you seem none worse for the experience. For your reference, I've added my own notes to Garaha preliminary expedition reports and began compiling the Crystal Tower's survey logs. The information contained therein will be available to you at all times. Should you have any questions, you need only ask. Now, with no objections, I shall begin with a summary of expedition's key accomplishments. Hmm. In the course of this, our first foray in the grounds of Crystal Tower, we succeeded in neutralizing the structure's outer defenses before proceeding to secure the maze surrounding the base of the spire. According to Delta's account, the labyrinth defenses were most emphatically active. Disturbingly, her report also mentions a violent encounter with a sentry, heavily augmented with Allegan technology. In short, our misgivings were well founded. The Crystal Tower was not simply thrust above the ground by the chaotic shifting of the earth. It had somehow been reawoken. It seems increasingly likely the tower's secret should prove too dangerous to share with the world. We will have no choice but to contain them. Short of leveling the place, this will almost certainly involve returning the mechanism to a state of dormancy. To do that, however, we first need to address the question of how they work. To understand, we must surely be waiting inside the tower itself. In conclusion, that is where we must go. A task rather easier said than done. If the proposal alarms are any indication, then I move all further exploration of the tower be delayed until such time of exhaustive analysis of the structure's defenses have been completed. Master Garland, may I entrust this task to you? It will be my pleasure. Don't forget about us. It's like you said, Chief. We founded the Ironworks to make sure that technology was used for the right reason. Not used for the wrong ones. We shouldn't be doing our jobs. We wouldn't be doing our jobs if we didn't see this through the end. Lads, well, I hope you're ready for some back-breaking chores. Well, everything seems to be in hand here, so I shall take my leave for you at present. I have found this valiant tale unfold with my own eyes. I must need hone my martial skills, ere we ascend the spire. You'll do nothing of the sort, Grah. Your knowledge may prove useful to Master Garland's investigation. As an observer, I am not, strictly speaking, subject to your authority. Pray do not mistake my intent, Delta. I am aware that I shall never be a match for one with your innate talents, however hard I train. Read as I may, pray do not allow your skills to rust from disuse during the coming pause. We'll need your fighting fit for our subsequent forays are to prove as protective as this one. Mark me, we have not yet caught more than a brief glimpse of what we observe. Soon we shall cast off the veil and gaze upon the glory of the Allegan Empire. And with that encounter, thought in mind, it's time to bring the assembly to a close. Let us focus on the task at hand, and the next expedition may begin all the sooner. Meeting adjourned. Such a terrible mess, yet it does leave the door wide open, so to speak. One cannot be helped impressed. I'm beginning to understand the reliance you place on adventures, old friend. So this is the legacy the Allegan Empire left behind. If I'm reading this correct, the energy source waiting atop the tower is a match for even the ultimate weapon. Nay, much more than that. A new toy for me to play with. Wait. Oh, not this guy! Dang it! I believe the fates had conspired to deny me my just reward once again, but it would seem that they had greater destiny for me in mind. And so long as my ambition burns, I shall strive to seize it. The dreams lives on, Sid. Do not disappoint me. You guys are everywhere. We won't stop smashing our things. We were on our way back to Ishgard to share Moon's findings with the Holy See, when out of nowhere came a band of scantily-clad, muscle-bound thugs appearing in the wave of massive weapons, running hither and there. Right. It was all my cannons and I could do was steal away safety whatever we could carry. We were too tuckered to attempt to garrot them by ourselves. We'd be more than grateful to she who might assist us in driving the gears. Sure. Uh, right. Just in here for now. As is you, my friend. You are doubtless eager to hear of our progress on the Crystal Tower. Excellent. I'm disappointed to hear otherwise. Of course, disappointed is the word of the day, I fear. I'm ashamed to say there is nothing worthwhile to report. Decide to continue to probe the labyrinth of the ancients, and every day brings new discoveries. Alas, the same cannot be said of the Crystal Tower proper. We're not able to set so much as a single foot inside it. You will recall how the 8 sentinels stood between us and the labyrinth initially. In like manner, the entryway into the principal Crystal Tower, the elegance called it, is also protected by technology far more advanced than our own. Sid and I have tried every trick, but without success. Frankly speaking, we're at a loss. It's discouraged, but we cannot give up. There must be a way in. And so the situation stands, my friend. Until we gain entry into the tower, I fear your talents shall avail us. If we require time, and I'm loath to waste it, but I mind set people scouring the ancient texts. As such, we have our hand. Perhaps we can be of assistance. And you are? Be at ease, friends, for we share the self-same goal. I am Unil, and my companion is called Doga. We are scholars of the Algan civilization sent by the students of Baldison to assist in your endeavor. Unil and Doga, rather unusual names for this day and age. If I might be forgiven for observing, but I digress. You claim to be students here at but we have received an aerial word of your coming. I am sure you'll not take amiss if we seem somewhat doubtful. We can only assume the message failed to reach you due to some mishap. I assure you that we are here to help. What is it, and stuff, and there was a pain, but it has subsided. Well, that was rather unexpected. Your right eye is the same as ours. The same. You have the elegant eye as well? The second who? It is said to be a trait unique to the elegants, yet I inherited it from my father as he did from his. Only one child in a single generation is born with the eye. All my life I have sought to learn the truth of its manifestation. If there are aught you know, I implore you to tell me. My deepest apologies, but we have no answer for you. Only one thing is certain. Those who possess the trait are bound by fate to the Alag. As your eye is placed you upon the path you walk, so too have we come here to fulfill our destiny. Absurd as it may sound, it is the truth. It seems to me we have naught to lose by accepting their aid. What say you? If that is your wish, then so be it. You know that I still mean to verify your students with the students of Balasan while I am able. I trust there will be no objections. Very well. As this moment, I name Earl and Dog advisory members of NOAA. Without further ado, let us have them examine the Cypress Tower entrance. I promise you not cause to regret your decision. I should be much obliged if you were to accompany our new friends to the tower. Biggs and Wedge are presently surveying the 8 sentinels. The 2 of them can show you the way. Upon arrival, pray report to Master Garland. He'll brief you on the situation. I shall join you, Delta, when with Earl's, O'Neill, and Doka's knowledge, along with your uncanny knack for setting events in motion. I'm hopeful we'll finally see progress. Oh wait. Oneko said no one really does this one. So withdraw. So just hide that for now. Mount. Visiting Delta. Eager to enter Sucker's tower and kill everything in sight, no doubt. As I'm sure you already heard, though, the place is locked up tight as a clam. New friends from the students, you say? Excellent. It's been slow going, or rather, not going for the chief. He'll appreciate the help. If you'll just follow me, I'll take you to him. Some old faces with spirit, and a couple of new ones beside. Let me introduce Ronal and Dog. They are scholars of ancient Alga sent here by our friends of Balison to aid in the investigation. We understand you're having trouble circumventing the Tower's defenses. 'Tis our hope we can be of some small assistance. If your tides ought to go by, your assistance should prove invaluable indeed. Tribune, let me tell you where we stand. Beyond rise is the Sacros Tower, the principal spire of the structure collectively known as the Crystal Tower. The only way inside is through this proverbial front door. The imposing gate you see here, the problem is we can't get it to open. It's sealed by some mechanism whose workings are utterly mysterious to us. Having no such success via more orthodox method, I went with everything from pickaxe to magic to nothing so much as put a scratch on it. For a blessing, the gate doesn't try and reduce us to ashes like the 8 sentinels, but it doesn't make it any less effective of a security measure. It's mutually frustrating in its simplicity. The only clue we have is an elaborate device carved upon it. A man and woman respect Algan, royalty, by my judgment. Precisely who these individuals were, we cannot say, nor do we know whether the device actually serves a purpose. Like it or not, it's purely decorative. If you're thinking of force that save your strength, it's no use, just ask to cause out my hand. Rest assured, we do not mean to waste our strength. Indeed, why should we exert ourselves when the gate will open of its own accord? Oh. I don't think any of us expected that to happen. Seven Hells, what is this? What did you do? What are you? Creatures in the heavens gather in light, a symbol of mankind's glory and might. And virtue guarded by gates impenetrable, only those of royal blood answerable. Exactly as passed down through legends, I am delighted to see. Thank you for answering your balloon. I can help me notice and recall plaything you have acquired. No, you're still alive? Garland, if I didn't know better, I would say you weren't happy to see me. Ah, but I jest. In light of a recent meeting, you have every right to be wary. But rest assured, I am no longer a threat to you. My legion, for all interests and purposes, defunct, and my association means with his means tight noose awaits me back at Garlemald, and so I've been roaming the land of Azor, a regular itinerant. In the course of my wander, a chance to catch wind of your latest adventure. It sounds puzzling fascinating, so I decided to come here and join you. After the wrongs he committed, you think us that gullible? If you're suspicious of my intent, 'tis only my just deserts, but I'm determined to make amends, and just for goodwill, I'll share with you what I know. Start with these two old characters. You are doubtless already aware the Crystal Tower was a symbol of ancient Alex's most mighty prosperity, and she was permitted only to the royalty and a select few individuals. According to the records I have unearthed, only royal blood can open the gate. In other words, the emperor and his progeny were living keys. You mean to say these two are descendants from Allegan royalty? Oh, I say just nothing so glamorous. To put it plain, they are imitations of royalty, living keys born of Allegan ingenuity. Clones, I believe, is the name your creator gave your kind. Is that not so? It would seem then time for concealment is past. Pay accept our apologies. It's not our intent to see. We simply wish to avoid causing undue alarm by prematurely making what many would consider deranged claims. If it pleases you, let us return to the 8 Sentinels. There is much more to tell. Very well. This can hold until after I thrust my sword through him, through Nero. 7 hells, do you seriously mean to follow us around? Come, Garland, you know me better than to think I spoke in jest. What more will it take for us to be reconciled? A gift, perhaps? An Algon tombstone. It holds the information I just shared with you, and a deal more besides. I used it. It used to be the jealously guarded property of the 14th Legion, but it's yours now. I wish joy of it. I look forward to working together, old friend. Yeah, I still do not trust you. Not one bit. The only way I'll trust you is if you're dead. If you've already listened, we shall tell you. As it pertains closer to your investigation, your leader, Ramboros, may wish to be present. Before we pray, allow us apologies. It was not our intent to deceive you. As you already gathered, we are not scholars sent by students of honor. Nay, we are clones, copies of people who once existed, given life through Allegan technology. That is rather a lot to take in. It would be considered unseemly. Might ask why you and yours were created, and more specifically, what is now you seek to do. As your question requires that we revisit Allegan history, pray bear with us. The Allegan Empire reached its zenith long before our kind came into being. In glorious age, the Crystal Tower stood tall as a symbol of the Allegan pride. Parents took their children there, that they might learn how the limitless energy is produced, brought prosperity to the whole empire. That prosperity, however, bred decadence, and the empire began to show signs of stagnation. The decline was made all the more rapid for want of strong leadership. In a matter of generations, the Allegan civilization became a pale shadow of its former selves. It once gleamed cities fell into disrepair, and its frontier lands were given over to wilderness. Lamenting the pitiful state of affairs, one technologist made his mission to restore Alga to greatness. Ammon was his name, and he believed that the alien empire wanted a potent ruler, and none was more potent than its founding father, whom he sought to resurrect. The founding father? You cannot mean Emperor Xande. None other. As part of their experiments, Amon created a clone of the Empire's descendants. We are the products of that experience. Copies of Uni and Daga. Historian texts mention the rings of two Allegan empires named Zand. It was commonly believed that the second was the namesake of the first. After all, such customs are not uncommon among royalties and commoners alike. To think that the two are in fact one and the same. Zion's returned from the grave and assumed his throne once more. And true to Amon's protection, the Emperor restored his realm to glory it once knew. Would that he could have been satisfied with that. In his previous life, the Emperor desired to bring the entire world under Algon's domain. An ambition that only went unfulfilled. Having been granted a second chance, he was determined to succeed. Realizing that he needed more power to wage his war on quest, then turned his sights towards a forbidden source, darkness. In order to learn how to harness the power, he converted the Crystal Tower into a restricted research facility. Darkness, again? Seven hells, what is it with megalomaniac rulers turning to darkness in their lust for power? Well, at least this one won't be bothering us, being thousands of years dead and all. Would that you were right, Master Garland. Alas, Emperor Zahn is very much alive. Within Sakr's Tower, he still abides his ambition, burning all more ardently for his empire's collapse. Wielding the power of darkness requires prodigious amounts of energy that not even the Crystal Tower could produce. In order to augment the shortfall, Dalamond was created to launch into the heavens. On high it hung, gathering the sun's energies, channeling it into the tower below. However, the miscalculation resulted in a surge of energy that escaped into land and triggered an earthquake of unprecedented violence, the calamity that ushered in the Fourth Umbral Era. In the blinking of an eye, the mighty Allegan Empire was laid to waste. Yet even the Crystal Tower was sinking into the earth. The technologist Amon, now Emperor Zahn's closest aide, invoked powerful magic and halted the flow of time. Every soul within the structure the Emperor included was placed in a deep slumber, in a state that they were to remain until the time was ripened to awake. As came and went, after millennia lying dormant, Dalamine was summoned back to Earth. Its descent triggered the seventh umbral calamity, in the wake of which the Crystal Tower re-emerged. At the moment, Emperor Zahn awakened. In his lust for power, the Emperor consorted with darkness and was seduced by a corrupting influence. Even though his empire is little more than a fading memory, he will stop at nothing to see his ambition realized. No other purpose but to put Zahn's madness to an end that we exist. This is the mantle we inherited from our namesake, the true Une, and Daga. Fearing that might befall the world, the two of them sought to thwart their emperor. They gave unto us their will, that we might carry on their mission should they fail. When we come to our senses within the Crystal Tower, we deliberated a course of action. Concluding that we alone could not overcome Zahn, we struck out worthy ally. It has taken years, but our search is finally over. 'Tis no order worry, you can cut a path through the labyrinth of ancients. With you as our champion, Delta Levin, we are confident we can end Zahn's dark ambition once and for all. Well, that'll teach me for speaking so soon. Sending to my church inside. I see now why you knew about the students of Valson amongst a host of other things. You were observing our investigation the whole time. So what we'll do, Delta, the world's in grave danger again, and just so happens we're an expert at saving it. Let's do it. Hmm. You have a eternal ground too. I see the Emperor's dark past laid to rest. It's been our mission to recover the long lost knowledge of the Algan civilization, but what worth is that knowledge if it means subjecting the realm to peril? Truth be told, it pains me to think the Tower Secrets may become lost to us, but the greater good must ever come first. Besides, no quantity of ancient relics can compare to our friends Unil and Dog living breathing Algans. So hereby declare, change your nose. Henceforth we shall direct our efforts towards sealing off Sucker's Tower. The dark secrets must never know the light of day. Delta, as you did with us, the Labyrinth of Ancients, I would have you enter the structure and eliminate hostile elements. Suffice to say, it includes Emperor Zahn himself. Will the rest of us shall examine ways to isolate Sucker's Tower from the outside world to work then. Wait, there's something I know. My right eye is like yours. Does this mean? You inherited that trait from your father, you said. Know that clones are unable to bear offspring. You have no cause for concern. The Allegan Eye, you call it, but to us it is the Royal Eye, owing to the fact that the trait manifests only in those possessed of royal blood. I cannot well explain why the eye runs in your line, but I am disinclined to think it a coincidence. Though you are doubtless impatient to learn truth, pray have patience. All will be revealed in due time. I apologize, I've been given cause to worry. I'm quite well, Ashu. As you can appreciate, there is much to think on. Now is not time for action. Now the Cypress Tower awaits us. Your rest is eliminate hostile elements within the structures, Adam himself included. You will afford us this chance to seal the facility. May the crystal grant you strength. Cypress Tower now accessible. Okay, and I'm going to be right back. Gotta run to the bathroom before I do that. And I'm back. The cruise tower. Oh no. It's a raid. Dang it. Don't like raids. This is gonna be annoying. Mm-hmm. Eleven, you come to your strength house Duran is in your debt. You rejoice with us to know the Battle of Stone Vigil has finally begun. The first wave has already breached our defenses and entered the keep. As the wave of the Dragons are, Teosir and Cutting, they place teams with unbelievers who gladly embrace death merely to deny us Willem advance. We came to slay dogs and are bled by nits. There are graver matters still. After our first wave stormed the keep, the enemy sealed the breach behind them. The vigil head gate is now Walter, a molten iron and stone sharp as head of a knock. We can no longer send reinforcements by land. The Dangerous gate, but we must go by air. I shall then lead the second wave, and I would have you join the strength in ours. Sir Nathan awaits you near Stone Vigil. I shall join you, as I have seen to the airships. Go. Delta Lord Dharma sent word. Their ship will not be long coming, and then we charge. All White Barn Front knows your name, Delta Levi, who penetrated the Stone Vigil's defenses. Why, to this very day, I remember the cheer that rang out when we heard you laid Igsbird low. Your presence here is a tonic, pure tonic for the tropes. Too long the damned dragons desecrate our keep. How unwilling. The Stone Vigil shall return to Ishgard before this day is out. Hmm? Hmm? Dang it, 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 dang it. There's Stone Vigil. The sure agreed. Hmm. Great idea. Oh geez, this thing. Yes. Mm, mm. Glad to see you safely returned. By the grace of Fury and the aid you have given us, we have taken back what is ours. Yesterday you saw the Draconians left in their wake a ruin, a blood of crusted eye, in need of much physicking before it can resume watch over the dragons. It will be long and hard work to rebuild the stone vigil, long and hard. Our one battle ends and another begins. Our war is a holy one, and there is no rest for pious except for the arms of Fury herself. Never shall be depleted the ranks of Ishgard's glorious dead. Never shall the prayers of the righteous be in vain. The dragons will perish, this I swear, by swords with whole and broken. Alright, what should I do next? I guess I can do this. Where's your training, my friend? I imagine you've grown quite accustomed to the shift between spellcraft and swordplay by now. I'll continue to instruct you, but as I've said before, practical experience will serve you far better than an tiresome lecture. It is important that you treat every battle as an opportunity to learn. Speaking of which, Father Lewin mentioned that he had heard something he wished to discuss with regarding our sigil branding ambushers. Let's head inside, shall we? I'm assuming that it did not occur to me later, but I recall the incident may be connected to a dreadful cult. A merchant's son was kidnapped in Odal some moons ago. When the merchant came to pay the ransom, however, both father and child were murdered. The perpetrators of this terrible act were never unmasked, but evidence at the scene suggests the two were slain by thaumaturgy. What is more, the merchant was a native of Alamigo. Is it not true of the father of the girls you rescued? Aye, he is again born, a man by the name of Wilkin. So his wife told me. Could he have been the target of the kidnappers? We must speak with Master Wilkin at once. There are too many similarities in these cases to be ignored, and I would not put it past the cult to make a direct attempt on his life. In such action, I inquired after Mr. Wilkin's training itinerary, and it seems he is presently conducting business at Madderville Gold Saucer, delivering stock for game prizes or some such. Very resourceful, your father. Thank you. Come, Delta, to the Gold Saucer awaits. Ethernet, airship landing. Do do. Gold saucer. My apologies, I neglected to ask if you are a patron of these halls. But we are here now. My master Wilgon is still occupied with his trade. I am tempted to drop on his deal and to learn more matter of I'm saving. Let's put part of the happy landlords and wander by his meeting in the matter lounge. Just look at the wonderfully hideous golden statue. Yeah. Hmm. Well, I'm here. Might as well do. Nope, wrong thing. Might as well take care of this stuff. Let's see, will I win the 10,000? Nope. 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 Whether they claim it was a proper alcove, do they know a winning hand when they see one? What do you want to say? I'm afraid you found me in a rather foul mood. I run a poor luck with the new game, Mahjong. I hear it's all the rage in Doma, although it seems the Gold Saucer's clientele struggle to wrap their feeble minds around its intricacies. With the endless supply of shameless cheats and bubbling novices, I've yet to find a decent opponent. Perhaps you would provide me more challenge. Yes, some fresh meat could be just what I need. Run along to Matter of all tables and get yourself acquainted with the basics, would you? See, I have money ready by next week, I swear. Hmm? Oh, you're not a debt collector? What a pleasant surprise. In that case, you must be here to learn how to play Dawn Mahjong. I'm the resident tutor at your services. Are you by any chance familiar with the game? Dr. Barton, is that what passes into it? Perhaps all those rumors about pirates and their drug antics are true. Anyway, Mahjong is a far gentler affair. 4 players sit at a table counting tiles and scoring points. Thankfully, you'll find there's no shortage of opponents against who will pit your wits. If you prefer, you can even practice against automata. They gloat less and their flesh and blood counterparts too. Should you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me, and I may say, I'll be very interested to see how quickly you rise through the ranks here at the Gold Saucer. Hmm? Go some of our premium section for the realms domain module monsters and enthusiasts. Can't do that yet. Whatever that is. I guess see what this is like. What? I don't know what I'm supposed to do. It didn't even explain. This seems very confusing. Here's our master looking. Thank you again. We'll make most of it, so promised. Back straight ahead now, lad. Back straight ahead now, lad, or focus serious. You've done not wrong besides. The coin is fair gotten and freely given. Human who's talking to me. He's known to me. One of the lads belonged to Alma Megan Reus, if I'm not mistaken. Well, it's clearly more than a simple business deal, but why was Tim to position we can speak to the merchant himself? Mr. Still their master, I'm glad I'm chance to person in kindness you show my daughters and father earlier sent word to expect you. I also mentioned the danger to my family has not expressed. You suspect that I've been marked for assassination? Any idea why? Say retaliation for frontal fins to Alamogordo resistance under the guise of standard business dealings? I thought as much as I recognized your client as one of the young freedom fighters I've seen at Garalbana. I was assured that your secret's safe with us. I myself have spent the better part of my life aiding the resistance. Your dealings do, however, seem to have drawn some rather unpleasant attention. Very well, you saved my children's lives, and so I will trust you with the truth. Many Alabama refugees are employed here at the Gold Saucer, in no small part due to the wishes of the establishment's owner, Lord Godbert Manderville. Several of these employees have direct ties to resistance, the young men you saw being one such conduit. As to why I meet them here, well, it's a matter of hiding the trees within the forest. There was another incident not so long ago where the son of an Alamagan-born merchant was kidnapped by a cadre of mages. When the father attempted to pay the ransom, the fiends slew both parent and child. I fear this scenario was the one they'd hoped to repeat with you. Yes, a terrible turn of events that was. I did not know the merchant personally, but I knew of his efforts. He, too, was said to have supported the resistance with a fortune he had made in Ul'dah. And there we have our connection. They seek to eradicate resistance sympathizers. I sense the hand of the Empire behind this cabal. Ah, but the assassins themselves favor magic, so they are unlikely to be native Garlands. The puppeteer could very well be a hired killer, or mayhap a recruit from subjugated Providence. We shall learn the truth in time. For now, however, we must take steps to keep you alive. Lord Manderville is a member of a syndicate, and Goldsuster is his domain. Striking at me here would be difficult to say the least. I do, however, have pressing business to attend to Investor Bay in the coming days. Investor Bay, given a particular poke, I can think of a dozen places from which assassins could stage an ambush. Might you entrust your safety details on me? Together will prove more than a match for any ambushers, and it would also afford us greater insight into our foe. Be certain I appear capable. I'll gladly accept your protection. There it's settled. Let us travel to Vesper Bay and scout out the area. Mm-hmm. Just use the Vesper Bay. Hmm? Could you hear? Master Wood has begun his overland trek from Uldal. Before he left, I asked the good merchant to discuss his travel arrangements with less than his usual discretion. Assuming the assassins have eyes and ears on target, we can assume they will move to occupy the most favorable ambush sites. Now, with the intent of murdering a lone traveler, I would choose one or two options. The first being the alleys here in Vesper Bay, and the second being the long dark tunnel leading into town. Suppose we split up and secure both areas. I will take the back streets, and you can have the mine shaft. Sleep the tunnel clean of ambushers, then meet me back here when you're sure the route is safe. The ambush did you well done. As you can see, they have a second group waiting wings. Your opponents were the same mute that attacked us as before. Yes, I pity these cursed pawns, but we cannot let mercy stay our hands. They are a little different from the walking dead, and no art can restore them. I did, however, allow one to escape my blade. Of course, uncursed. He seemed eager to disengage, and so I obliged. He lifted off towards the coast, but with the wound I gave him, he'll not have fled far. I will track the last assassin to his destiny. Pray to me here and greet Master Wilkin. He should be arriving through the second tunnel any moment. Mhm. I must say I'm here with narrow scratch on my person. My deepest thanks. You have saved my family, and for that I can never truly repay you, but I must at least try. Please share this gift with Master Zone. My squire will be waiting, and so I must take leave you. My knowledge enrich you and bless your endeavors. Oh wait, no. Oops, wrong way. It was through here. We had a stroke of luck. The man followed leapt in the sea and was fished out by some others in a rowboat. I last saw them making for the merchant and anchored out in the bay. Considering the absence of fear, I must assume the one who fled had been commanded to report the outcome of the ambush. If we can identify the ship, then we'll be one step closer to masking the vile puppeteer. And then we can, another token of steam, Master Wilkin? How can I cease the rewards? Ah, there's a note here as well. It just Yeah, my eternal growl. Twice now has my life been saved by red mages, and twice by one in particular. I happy to remember the day 20 years ago when the Crimson Duelist fought to save the life of a child. I remember you, Master Zarin, for your scarlet garb was forever etched in my memory. It's a strange feeling to be recognized. 'Tis a strange feeling to be recognized for a decades-old deed. Had he not known me, would he have been so ready to place his life in her hands, I wonder? Aside from the few wrinkles, I suppose I have changed little in my appearance. I was clothed thus when we were to evacuate our fellow belongings, even as the homeland we knew crumbled around us. But in the end, the lives, no matter not the place, regardless of the circumstances, the Red Mage must strive to achieve greatest good. So I've always believed our actions are our own reward, but little acknowledge does wonder to sustain one's faith, eh? Mm-hmm. Can do the next one. The best friends of mine in the science have sent on to keep an eye out for that ship. We know if the assassins seek to enter any of the major ports. I'm alone in contact. This is Zaro. Another store? Excellent, thank you. It seems the assassin's merchantman has been spotted sailing into Elport. Come, we've no time to lose. Mm. Mm. My apologies for dragging you halfway across the realm, but I did promise you a journey. Now, for the merchantman, I'm told to anchor at a short distance offshore. We need to know more about the connection between this ship and our foe. They may have simply paid for passage, but there is something about that vessel. I say we wander the port and see what gossip is to be had. Mm. Oops. Mm. 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 What's Sheldon? I don't know about it. Not even the blatant name. All I know is her crew's about alive as a cabin full of corpses. It ain't natural. There's rumor going on around the Yellowjackets have taken an interest in their dealings, so I'd rather keep my distance than everyone. I'm finished answering your questions. Now off with you. Name last, not much to tell you about the ship. They say she's a trading vessel which brings goods from Radzahan, but her crew's of the soul in law. Asking friendly questions about what they haul got me naught but blank stares and silence. Ship's not much trouble, mark me words. My mates swear they've seen her pulling alongside imperial vessels. Only gods know what hiding that hold of hers. Could it be weapons, could it be prisoners. Just bleeding sight of her makes me whiskers twitch. Are you real learners? Strange crew, mystery cargo, ship's name unknown? I have heard much the same. I'm beginning to think that our assassins used the vessel as a floating base, with no permanent camp or land. It would certainly be easier to avoid attention of a local force, not to mention curious adventures. I also spoke with the acquaintance in Yellow Jackets, and he confirmed that the ship's official status as a trader to and from Radzahan, even if rumors of her dealings with Garland agents in open water are rife. As long as the merchantmen appear to trade within the law, however, officials are reluctant to force their way on board and cause an incident. They've yet to uncover enough evidence, it seems. What if a solid reason investigating is lacking? Then maybe we should help them find one, eh? Let's have us look at some of their crates on the docks, just a little instant curiosity at all. It's a Beryllium tank of imperial design. Excuse me? How did you investigator? I found variable bounty and artillery supplies, Sterling tanks, Imperial Russians, Imperial insignias on everything. The authorities will be most interested, however. What have you there? Well, drop one of the ship's crew members, you say? And just so happened to have found a most inconveniently locked box. I shall go and relay our funds to Yellow Jackets. I'm sure you'll think some use of the key for yours. Hear a faint groan coming from inside the box. Where am I? Was I sleeping in a box? What an odd thing for me to do. Don't you remember anything? Of course oh, perhaps not. No, wait, I remember something. Arya. My name's Arya, I think it is. It's a lovely name. Do you think so? I suppose it will do for now. And what does the girl call you? Delta. I'll try and remember that. Thank you for letting me out. What happened? Is all I missed? If the last was inside a box, it might be subway, but more likely she was kidnapped. The people who took you might be lurking by. We should probably put some distance. No, you're still. Please say something. You so, if say so, I suppose that must be true. Well, it seems you made a new friend. Let's see about arranging some lodgings for now, and we can discuss where to go from here. Aww. Girl was asleep within moments. The entire door must have left her exhausted. As for the results of our episode with the cargo, I suggest we continue the conversation outside. During our finding the yellow jacket said evidence would indeed sufficient damage to spark a full-scale investigation. Regretfully, it appears assassins caught winds of storm, and a squad of soldiers was dispatched to the docks, only to witness the merchants sailing on with all hands on board. Not quite the outcome you'd hoped for, but at the very least, they'll no longer find a warm welcome in Azoria's ports. The other student now faces what to do with young Aria. Her breath carries a faint aroma that may account for the memory of loss. I suspect she was subjected to certain incidents which, when handled, can cloud a person's mind. Next step will likely to brand her with one of those vile sigils, and effect the permanent destruction of her free will. It was fortunate that you released her when you did. Arya remains mental, but her condition should improve with time. And once her memories have returned, we can learn exactly who she is, and just importantly, perhaps the circumstances which left to her capture. Alright. First you was something under Master Mutable, and now this? Whatever did I do to deserve such a fate? Oh, but were my manners. I am Diamanda Smith, recently an employee of Nako and Velmes. I arrived in these parts not a few days past to assist the restoration of Parosaurus. Little did I expect my arrival to be greeted by that god-forsaken song, a song I thought confined to my worst nightmares. Yes, I speak of the grim serenade of the fallacy which lured my poor father into water base so many years ago. So I stand here by idle hands, powerless to avenge his death, powerless to repay my debt to Master Miyamoto. Once my father's mentor, and he now is mine. The agony of it all, if only my brother were, he would see to that. Unless my brother remains lost, I see you are adventurer, perhaps if you were to defeat the siren. Yes, you must. If not for me, then for all the sailors who seek safe passage across the threatening seas, seek out Master Miyamoto at the pier. You'll find him gazing grimly in the direction of Pharosaur, lamenting our fate. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do 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 do. Mm-hmm. No, ain't no one says yes. You're a familiar face, though. Come to think of it, you stricken lemons to bring Lassie I once help. Help me chase the god stem sirens for all stuff she did. What's that you say? Speak up, Missy. You're hammering. You're taking a toll on my ears. On the road. You may not have to hear how your pistol was, but you know it's any poor storm. Aye, right. Damn if I can tell you why. The hell's Warren Hussey is back, and she's running rough at the place. The crew of song-snared flunkies. Me and Demon, we're not to do but sit on our asses till someone cleans the place out. Look, there's more reclamation pocket to me and the last. The scurvy witch killed her father. One of me, oh, Protestants, I swear to value myself, a Jew is the name proud and restore the beacon. But these hands were made for hammering, not scuffling with sirens. Let's say you follow your forebears' footsteps and fight the one for only will. I'll send word to David, the guard of the lighthouse. He'll tell you what you need to know. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Adventure come to Mount soon. The siren has holed herself up in the lantern chamber atop the structure. No direct route would be for the front door, but I fear the siren is what revives our intention and is supposed the most formidable of her dolls to guard the entrance. Our only hope is to breach our foe's defenses and attack from below through the flood cellar. If you cannot win this battle for us, I know not who can. Go forth, friend. The foe's stars may shine bright and new. Let's check. Nope. Mm. Whatever, that's fine. I wasn't gonna beat it anyway. Alright. Let's see, what else to do? Mm-mm. What is this? Mm. Let's go. Slow down. Just boss down. What? Let's slay the siren. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Hmm? It's true that you triumph over the Saturn. Words cannot express my gratitude. My only regret is my dear brother could not be here today to hear our father's death has been avenged. He set sail with his crew 3 years past. You see, has yet returned to shore. But I only hold out hope that his ship will come sailing into harbor any day. And on that day I shall be the first to share news of your triumph. Meanwhile, however, I can finally press on with the restoration of Pharaoh Cyrus. I must get to work at once. It would be much better if you could inform Master Miura the coast is clear for us to begin. Done it. Send the bloody siren screeching and shrieking into the murky depths. But it she came. You done some great service today, lass. If you wouldn't mind, we're going to tales with the foul wench's last song. What's that? You had to fend off a ghostly crew wearing seesaw and duds of maelstrom men? 'Tis as I feared. The poor lass. My heart goes out to her. 'Twas 3 years to the day, give or take a moon. A crew of maelstrom finds set out sail on a routine patrol, but ain't nothing routine in these parts, and they not returned to shore. Rumors spread quickly that it was the siren soul which led the vessel to a watery grave. Maelstrom Command jumped to quiet the talk. Ill times were already too easy come by in those days after calamity, but those of us in the know, we knew, like father, like son. Last promises also the spirit pulled Diamanda the truth. Last already suffered more than her share. Diamanda, this cannot be my brother. Is still alive at sea. The search ever continues, Master Mua. You have yourself told me the same. Forgive me, miss. I never meant to deceive. The maelstrom enemy sort of value, see, that I'd keep the truth buried deep in. Oh, bugger my Val, my brother. The truth is, this screwy coward just couldn't sum up the nerve to tell you. Can you ever forgive a sorry old sod? There's no need for forgiveness, Master Yoda, for a true coward is me. In my heart, I've always known that his adventurous deeds and your words have finally given me the courage to face the truth. I am a woman grown. The time to clean the child's dreams has passed. I must look to the future. My smithing skills are still wanting, but I will not falter from the task. Pharaoh Cyrus will be burning bright once more, a beacon of hope in the darkest of nights. The fell songs of the CF claim their last victim. I shall see to it with my own 2 hands. Strong words, lass. I trust you not forget when your paws are all oblivion and blistering. My hands, I clench my hammer with my teeth if I need be, father, brother. Do you hear me? Your deaths will not be in vain. I shall be right back. I'm back. Mhm. When the starry moon did wane, the sound of a blood-curdling roar, a new rumor roused. The portents gave us to believe, one whose identity yet lieth beyond our ken. While the hand through problems have since been vanquished. As each returned to the aether, 'twas observed the tremors foreshadowing this forth grew in strength and frequency both. The being doth quicken in time, it shall come scourge upon the land. Yet even upon the course of action of an soul did rise. One who would forestall this threat, though she be tender in years, she is true heart and steadfast resolve. She would solicit the aid, if thou art willing to proffer it, lest thou wander this maiden of our order. Thus did the Antedict straightways consent that shouldn't assist her however thou mayst. As soon as thou art able, head thee to one port where this prisoner doth wait. Then thou shalt certainly find a visage strikingly familiar. All my task, the one which I most keenly vanks, is the never-ending journey into the heart of the primal's true natures. Each door fling wide leadeth me the inevitable anguish to another such confounding portal. In these lands, the keys to knowledge is seek are found. Many seasons did I toil to fashion a net across the vast realm, a net that catch not fish but nuggets of wisdom more valuable than gold. Which I learned, but the essence of the problem is ever shifting. Notice to tome those capture in ink, these terrible beings are now become. Thus must presume to unsheath the blade born of light. Thine is the strength that shattered the barriers and pierce that which obfuscates the important gaze of ordinary men. We have not luxury of time required to measure scholarly pace. For ours nest is after hastening with the new Savgorda's return. Her winds have grown even more violent and even more destructive. What lies beyond such waxing power? The answer will prove a vital piece of puzzle of Promo's existence. Rise for his illumining strength, poised to crush upon our cities in unstained fury. Or not, you must pacify the Lady of the Vortex. Simply now to Adler's Nest. As Superman Commander, Hillocks will have such details as thou needs to proceed. I shall wait thee at Walking Sands and pray for success. Mm-hmm. Lieutenant, when my ideas teachers their introduction, they've heard the disturbing news. I go returns once more to plague our nightmares. If it is incarnation of the latest more obvious than all we've witnessed. If you're prepared for the face of this rolling storm, then I brief you on what was to be done. Mm. You free? Arrange you meet and put on a crucifix yourself. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Is there? These were our first points, sir. Mm-hmm. Strong phrase charges. If you wish to sending promising new recruits beyond that, I'm afraid you'll discharge one of your similar. No pleasant test, but elite has no place for underperformers. Right then, they say experience is the best teacher, so how about we jump straight into a simple mission? Mm-hmm. Is this one? No, not that exciting. This. Classes. Let's see. Nope. So yeah, all of these can go. Triggers returned when the primal fell upon blue badgers as they sought to construct a new watch spire. Devastation was absolute. According to reports, one of the surviving engineers grew to invoke the most horrific gale, but with but a gesture of talent hand. The power winds tore apart half-built tower, crushing the workers and scattering their broken bodies like dolls. By all accounts, the personality of Vortex has grown stronger with the stoning. She must be stopped before the casualties are allowed to pile any higher. But you might imagine the Excel are eager, the police are bloodthirsty goddess, are engaging our troops on every front. I have not the soldiers to spare for the primal hunting expedition. To send word to Skylands to beg the aid of proven champions. You and your companions are our best hope of freeing Gardenia from the rampaging fiend. I ask you confront Garuda in her customary domain, the Howling Eye. Such a titanic conflict is best confined to Ixil lands, wouldn't you agree? Though I imagine the Birdmen have since made adjustments to their crystal, the beastman aetherite found within Northern Realm means the surest means of entry. May the 12 strengthen your arm. Lieutenant Lavena. Alright. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Howling Eye Extreme now accessible. Stalls. Oh yay. Mhm. Thing. Sure. Go get some raptor skin. Mhm. This clearly is not. Seems like it's going to go. It's been a while, adventure. As I recall, my brother Elfin took the liberty of introducing us when we first and last we met. But for the sake of our party, Alicia, Leville, I thank you for coming. Heard much more of your exploits. By your hand, the Black Wolf is slain and his ultimate weapon destroyed. You possess great strength and courage. This much is plain. I shall need one such you am to see my mission through to its conclusion. As you are aware, the violence of Dalamon's fall changed not only the face of the realm, but also the base of the realm. Specifically, it played havoc with the aetheretic currents, creating vast confluences of aetheretic below the surface. Among other phenomena, this led to the formation of subterranean caverns at key points of stress. One such cavern leads beneath Castrum Occidens and extends to only God knows where. Despite the appearance, Castrum Occidens is as much a research facility as a fortress. Gaz von Balzer chose the site for no other reason than to probe the caverns without interference. As you went about vanquishing the returned primals, I observed a repeating wave pattern in Aether, corresponding exactly to the dates on which you were reported to have felt Ifritite and Garuda. Upon closer examination, it appeared clearly the unique wave arms emanated from deep beneath the aforementioned strongholds. Crucially, I recorded the same pattern during the recent celebrations, and have since been given to understand this phenomenon bears a disquieting similarity to the one observed shortly prior to Calamity. 5 years ago, my grandfather invoked the power of the 12 that he might contain Bahamut. Alas, his efforts failed, and he vanished, together with his foe. I would know the truth of what transpired the day of grandfather's fate and the metamorphosis that swept across the land. In casting light upon these mysteries, we will find a way to cure what ails the world. In my belief that the answers we seek lie in the depths of the cavern, I would have you accompany me on an expedition to find them, Delta. And truth be told, I'm not want to rely upon others, and thus far I handle matters alone. Yet I'm not blind to my limitations. Unescorted, I cannot hope to succeed in this endeavor. I swore that I would find a way to restore peace to Zoria. If you desire the self-same, then aid me as you aided my brother and his scions. I mean, that you're a woman of action, and I sense that we will accomplish much together. Well, let's not waste any time. I mentioned Castor Rocket straddles the cavern in which to explore. I'm hoped of reaching it alive. I need you to fish stronghold first and locate a path into the depths. Once you've done so, pray report your success to Storm Private Jaboka. You may consider her my assistant in one part. If I ever think that you do not fail me, toll speed your way, Delta. Correcting you, Delta. By coming here, I take you successfully located the cavern entrance in Custom Rocketance. So that's where it's to be found marvelous. Oh, but allow me to properly introduce myself. Jumbo is my name. It's an honor to serve Lady Elise, though for reasons of convenience, at present I also serve Maelstrom. Uniform records me of certain privileges. He's in particular ready to access to Maelstrom's regional scouting reports. They provide a wealth of local knowledge, including information on secret passages. But enough about me. I shall notify Lady Alice of this discovery, that you may prepare for the expedition. Though I don't doubt your abilities, none can say danger lurks beneath the Castro Mockadance. For my lady's sake as well as your own, please spare neither preparation nor caution. Pray choose your commands as well. Hmm. Yep. Well, guess I'm never doing these. Um, I guess that's enough for now. Turn. And find someone to read. I think you know who. And I was 13 spoilers.